Hey, hi kids. It's Mr. Larry. And as usual, I've got a story for you. I might mention, I have the grand title of foster grandparent. What does that mean? Well, it means that I kind of act like a grandparent when there's no restriction because of a pandemic or something. I actually spend time in the schools. I work with teachers and students all the way from kindergarten through fifth grade, and I have a ball. It is so much fun. Um, if you happen to go to Hawthorne Elementary School in Madison, Wisconsin, maybe you remember me from a couple of years ago before the pandemic. And if you're not in Madison, Wisconsin at that particular school, well, hello there. It's good to see you, or at least pretend to see you. I hope you're having a great time. Well, here's today's story, and I'll read a little bit of it to you, and then we'll talk a little bit at the end. And remember, foster grandparents, a part of RSVP, Retired Senior Volunteer Project. Wow. Some of us folks like to help out. So here goes. Today's story is Ocean Seasons. Are you ready to read? Let's read. So, Ocean Seasons is written by Ron Hershey. He's the author. The illustrator is Kirsten Carlson. She made the pictures. Now I'm going to take time out to clean my glasses. How did I get them so messy? And while I do that, you take a look at the picture and start reading, and I'll catch up with you. Okay? I'll be right back. Hello again. So we're going to look at the seasons in the ocean. Wow. Well, do you know who that guy is? I bet you do. And if not, maybe we'll find out at the end of the story. So, spring is a burst of color on land and in the sea as plants spread their soft new growth. For Jody, a true miracle. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Gee whiz, you know what I did? You see that down there in the left corner? Yep. I don't usually see it on the first illustrated page. Usually I see things like that back ahead of time. So this is where the author and the illustrator get to say what they want to say about why they do things. And so RH, remember Ron, says, this is for Jody, a true miracle. So he's dedicating this book to somebody named Jody. And he says, you're the true miracle. What a nice thing to say about somebody. Maybe that's his child. Who knows? And then here's what KC says. Remember Kirsten? She's the illustrator. She says, this book is for those who would like to fathom the depths of nature. Ooh, she should be a poet. Maybe she is a poet. And I like her pictures too. So she wants us to understand about the ocean. Well, okay, I'm going to go back way up to the top there and I'll start again. And here we go. Let's read. Spring is a burst of color on land and in the sea as plants spread their soft new growth. Hey, if you look off in the distance, what's that out there on the horizon? Do you think? Could it be? Ooh. Well, let's go to the next page. Urchins munch on kelp in shallow Pacific waters. We'll come back to some words in a minute. But hungry sea otters eat their share of the urchins, helping the plants grow into an undersea forest of many colors. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of the words there. Urchins, you see those kind of black, brown, purple critters with a lot of spikes all over them? Those are sea urchins. If you live on a coastline, you got to be careful not to step on one of them. Ouch. And then here comes a sea otter, and he's going to eat some of those urchins. He's got to be very careful, but he's good at it. And the thing about the urchins is, if the urchins aren't controlled by sea otters, they will eat too much of the kelp. And those green kelp fronds, they just won't have a chance to become a forest. And if that happens, well, everything suffers. So everything is in balance. Urchins and otters and kelp, everything balances out. And let's go to the next page. Oh, many fish, crabs, and shrimp hide and feast in the kelp forest. Diving birds and swimming seals dine on the young fish that live in the dense tangles of kelp. So look, once again, everything is in balance. The kelp is happy and healthy and makes a big forest underwater, and lots of critters live there. Snails and limpets and crabs and all kinds of critters, animals, sea creatures. And then look, here come the fish to swim around in it and in and out of it. And while they're doing that, here come the seabirds to eat them. And some seals may come along later too. Wow, everybody does well when everything is in balance, I guess. Let's go to the next page. Woof. Humpback whales dive and circle under the schools of fish. Looking up, they blow bubbles that form a net to trap their helpless prey. Ooh, yeah. They blow the bubbles up to make a bubble wall around the fish, scare the fish into the center. And I think you know what happens next. Let's see on the next page. Oh, we don't see. I was thinking we would, but I bet we see something later on. Summer is a calm blue sea. Seals sleep in the warm sun. Baby puffins hatch in burrows on a rocky island. Well, look, if you see those little rocks offshore, and is that a rock up on top of a rock? No, it's not. That's a seal or a sea lion sleeping with tail up in the air and head up in the air. I've seen them do that. Yeah, doesn't look comfy to me, but it's all right with them. And then over here on land, look at the puffins. Funny, funny birds. And this one has a whole bunch of fish arranged in his beak. He's taking them home for the little ones. How does he get them arranged like that? Wonderful. And way off in the distance, I think I see something on the horizon again. Well, let's go to the next page. Ah, interesting. This is what I thought we might see earlier. Look at those whales going way up into the air together. This is after they've blown that wall of bubbles. Yeah, I bet they're really happy. I bet they ate a lot of fish. Well, let's read. Fish grow bigger and stronger through the summer, but they are still food for many birds, bigger fish, and the humpback whales. Mouths open wide, the whales lunge to the surface, straining the water to trap fish using the comb-like baleen that lines their huge mouths. The whales put on layers of fat as they feast. Yeah, if you look inside the whale's mouth, you can see it doesn't look like the inside of our mouth. It's kind of like a sieve that strains out the fish from the water. Yum, yum. And then down here in the corner, look, there's a puffin. It's almost as if he's flying underwater. He's good at that. He's going to go get some fish to take home for supper. Well, let's read some more. Whoa. Fish dine on the plankton that bloom in great numbers and in many kinds. Lights shine from within some of the plankton. As the whales swim through the swarms, the night sea glows like streams of headlights on a freeway. Wow. So you see up there in the corner, there's a little guy with a big eye and some long feelers or something and a little tail like a shrimp. And there's lots of other critters there too. Wow. That's the plankton. Tiny, tiny organisms. And the whales like to eat them, some kinds of whales. So, and look how they glow. Some of them have that ability. They can make lights in the darkness. I wish I could do that. Well, there goes the whale. Let's go to autumn winds blow strongly across the sea. The summer lights soon grow dark as the tiny plankton die and fall to the ocean floor. Oh, well, more will be back next year. And there's the kelp again, and there's the fish. I wonder what next. Fall is a time of change on the ocean. Salmon feed in the kelp forests as they return to rivers from distant ocean waters. Seals, sea lions, and humans hunt the salmon. Yeah. There they go up the stream. They're going back home to the place where they hatched. Yeah. I don't know how they do that. Wow. And look, what's that? Somebody's jumping out of the water. Oh boy, we'll hear more about that. And look, here comes a fishing boat trying to catch some salmon. Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens next. Some orca whales hunt the salmon too. Other orcas hunt seals, sea lions, and even humpback whales. Yeah. So this is an orca. This is, they call them also the killer whale. Yeah. They're good hunters. They're having a little bit of trouble now, but let's hope for the best for them. And let's go to the next page. Whoa, it's getting to be winter. As winter seas grow colder and colder, northern waters become quiet and clear. Atlantic and Pacific humpback whales turn south as icy winds blow. Oh boy, there go the whales headed south along the coast. There's a happy whale. Winter whales leap and sing in the southern waters. Just like baby chicks hatch on land in the spring, baby whales are born in this warm ocean during the tropical winter. So the whales go south to have their babies. And look, there's a sea turtle too. Wow. Ooh, yeah. And a frigate bird. See that guy up there? Wow. So the southern winter. Okay, it's summer down there. When winter turns to spring, the whales return to their northern waters as sea plants begin to spread their sparkling growth once again. So here we go again, over and over. And look, there's the baby whale having fun with mommy. Yeah, enjoy that kelp forest, folks. Nice. Well, here's some things to think about. Everything from phytoplankton to orca whales. You can follow the pictures, which go along with the story, of course. Oh, look, there's a sea otter up on the top on the right. Yep. So interesting stuff. One more page like this, and then lots of things to think about. Right now, when I'm reading, it's a spring season here where I live. Everything is turning green and grass coming and flowers. It's really nice. And in the ocean, which isn't here, but far away, it's getting to be spring also. Well, wherever you are and whenever you're seeing this, I hope you're doing well. Take really good care. Study hard, read a lot, have lots of fun. Take good care. Peace. Bye-bye.